Evening, folks. Hey, this is Marlon. Hey, we want to kind of highlight this machine we bought about a year ago. This machine's coming up on about 400 hours. We put just about 400 hours on this thing just about a year. That's quite a few hours for us on the type work that we do. But we just kind of want to highlight this thing and show you the different stuff that we've used, the different implements we use on this thing. We've always had skid steers. Never dreamed that we would buy one of these stand-on machines. But it's like right here, this thing we're moving dirt, roots. Got that old big stump right there. You're gonna see in just a second. We didn't know if it'd pick that stump up or not. That's a pretty good sized stump. That we cut the top of it off. You've probably seen it in one of the early videos. But man, this thing handles this thing with no problem at all. It just scoops it right up. It's that thing up. Don't even rear up in the back. We're gonna put that thing in the trailer. I know a lot of these guys out here with these machines, they do the 100-hour review. We did a little review there when we hit 100 hours. Man, we hadn't slowed up with this thing at all. But we've got, like I said, I think we're pushing right at 400 hours. We have found that this machine goes just about anytime we're moving dirt, brush, doing any light grading or anything. This machine goes with us. You can see it right here loading up this concrete right there under that low carport right there. Man, hard to get a skid steer under that with a roll cage on it. And then we got a leveling bar coming up here on this next thing right here. You can see this right here. It just makes short work of leveling out some ground, getting it ready for a rake or a Harley rake or something like that. It covers a lot of ground. But the thing about these machines right here, you can see all the way around them. You can see 360 degrees. You're not backing over something. You're not backing over somebody. It's just a safe machine. But we was hesitant about buying it. Like I said, I've always had skid steers. We've got four traditional skid steers. We've got two with tires. We've got two with tracks, and got some big ones. Got the small one, the little T-Rex. That's probably my favorite machine out of all of them. But this one right here is growing on me. I tell you what, I wish we'd have bought it earlier. That's the only regrets on this machine at all, is just not getting it a little bit sooner. You can see White here loading up a golf cart. We was doing some of these outdoor classrooms over at school, and that we got an oversized bucket on that. We found a couple of oversized buckets that the company was wanting to get rid of. They couldn't sell them for some reason. We went and modified the hookup on them and bought two of them. They was overstocked, but it's a little bit heavy for dirt. It'll work for dirt, but it works real good for light material stuff. And this bucket right here that come with this machine, you see that bucket, how long it is? By that bucket being that long, you can see it. You can stand up there and you can see it. Some of the shorter buckets, you have to use your leveling gauge on the front of that machine right there to level your bucket. But this one right here, you can see the edge, the cutting edge, and most times if you see the cutting edge, you'll be able to grade with it. But this tool coming up next, this is probably my favorite tool. This is a Ditch Witch, what I call Ditch Witch Harley rake. It's a replica of the Harley rake, which is probably one of the best grading tools, as far as I'm concerned, that's ever been built. It'll about take the place of 3 to 4 men for its hand raking. That's a real nice machine. Then we've got a tool right here, White's showing you right here, that what we rip the ground with. We've got a big one of these. We got a 72-inch rake like this right here called the Eliminator. It goes on the big skid steer. But this one right here, we found this and purchased it used. The guy never did use it much, and we wound up with it. Matter of fact, even before I ever had one of these tools, we bought this thing just anticipating one day we might use it. Thought about putting the little old finger rakes on the end of a excavator. That's really the reason I bought that. But it's just an all-around machine. Like I said, we had kind of just fell in love with this thing and take it on every job. This is another one of my favorite implements too on this thing, is a grapple. This is one of the first things we got, was the grapple. We got the grapples before we got the forks. It come with a bucket, and as soon as we could find a grapple, we went ahead and got in line for one of those and purchased it. and it is a handy piece of equipment. You can see us there trying to get that old fabric separated. Weston's trying to separate some of that stuff. Wound up just balling all that stuff up and just taking it in one spot when we got done. But you can see right here we're leveling out with a bucket on this thing. We're doing a little bit of grading, and then moving a little bit of dirt around, getting it ready for the power rake to go on the front of that thing. And then here in the next clip, what you're gonna see is just about a finished product using that power rake. It just takes a lot of the work out of it. Folks, if you like these videos, how about hitting that subscribe and like button for us? We sure do appreciate it. We appreciate all you guys watching. Hope everybody has a blessed day. We'll see you guys on the next one.